Finding a part-time job in Germany fast is not a difficult thing. Thousands of our students are doing it every single day, and as someone who is studying and working in Germany, I'm going to show you how to actually do it and give you all the useful resources. And at the end of the video, I will tell you what the best student jobs in Germany are that literally anyone can do. So I want you to know that in Germany, employers and recruiters will have job advertisements posted in various locations, including both online and offline channels. For example, the university knowledge board is a great place to find available job opportunities in Germany. And these boards usually contain a lot of flyers for students to view, and employers sometimes offer jobs with more flexible hours, which are ideal for students. At my university, they have these random posters in the hallway with startups that are looking for employers, or even big established companies that are offering student jobs. In addition to that, the University Career Center will also have several job opportunities for you ready. And these centers are usually in close contact with employers and industries so that they are updated about the job market. And as a student, you can simply set appointments to discuss the type of work you can do and find out about opportunities. Now, there are several ways through which you can look and apply for part-time jobs in Germany. And they all work totally fine, and I can recommend trying all of them. The more exposure you get, the more methods you try, the better the chances of actually getting a job. Then there are the big online job portals. The most popular ones in Germany are LinkedIn, Stepstone, and Indeed. You can also find listings on eBay Kleinanzeigen and Jobmensa, which are websites specifically for student jobs. So many things are happening online these days, so these platforms are ideal for students who are looking for part-time job opportunities in Germany. It doesn't matter if you are an international student or a German citizen, everyone benefits from these platforms. Employers will often post the same job across multiple portals, and it's quite easy to apply because oftentimes there is a quick apply button on the page. And these online portals are good because you can use a lot of filters to find specific jobs. For example, on LinkedIn, we can look up graphic designer student jobs, and boom, you get a bunch of search results that you can look through. In these job listings, the skills and educational requirements are usually listed, so you instantly know if you are a good fit for the jobs. And even if you don't fulfill all the requirements, don't worry, you can make up for it with other skills. Applying won't cost you anything, so why not give it a try? I will talk about the application process in more detail later in the video. So probably the best and most convenient way of finding student jobs is through word of mouth. A lot of my student friends found their jobs through a fellow student or friend referring them. These people can help you find about job openings that they have seen. It's always good to let other people know that you're looking for a job. Some of them will naturally attempt to inform you about any available job openings. So here it's really important to build and nurture a strong network with a lot of different people. And this is how you create more opportunities. In addition to that, sometimes you can also do it the old school way and have a look into local and regional newspapers. It actually works. They usually have a section for part-time jobs. Or what I came to realize while I was looking for student job opportunities in Germany is that if you go through the city, keep your eyes open because a lot of companies, for example drugstores, restaurants or supermarkets, they sometimes have their job postings visible on their window. So you can quickly take a picture and apply for it from home. Of course, in bigger cities in Germany, there will be a greater number of job opportunities available. That's just how it is. But I want you to keep in mind that there is also going to be more competition. If you see a job post on LinkedIn in Munich, for example, trust me, so many people are going to apply for that position. So again, referrals from friends and other people are actually really valuable. And more importantly, big German cities such as Munich or Hamburg might offer higher pay for part-time work compared to similar jobs in smaller cities in the country. But you should know that the cost of living is also going to be higher in bigger German cities. So in the end, you might earn more, but also pay more. Living in a smaller city in Germany will not necessarily put you at a disadvantage. They might have fewer job postings, but competition is lower. So when you look at official studies, they show that 2/3 of the students in Germany work part-time while pursuing higher education. So if they can do it, you can do it as well. Okay, so now you've found a job that you want to do. Fantastic. Now you need to apply for it, which is not difficult at all. The application process for most part-time jobs is quite straightforward. You usually have to apply by email and attach a CV and a letter of motivation to your application documents. In Germany, a good cover letter matters a lot, so make sure that you put some effort into it. And optionally, you can directly show up at the company or store and just ask them if they have any jobs available at the moment. This direct approach is pretty effective. And after that, you will usually get invited to a short interview, which is a really good sign. Now it's time to make a good impression and talk about previous experience in the field or your skills. Job interviews nowadays in Germany tend to be a mix of in-person or online course, depending on the job. If everything goes right, you will have to set some basic conditions, like your working hours with the employer, and sign a contract. After that, well, you can get started. Student jobs in Germany will pay enough for a student to earn an extra income or extra pocket money. And the current minimum wage is 12.41 and it increases every year. Most of the time you will earn more than that. How much you will earn in the end depends on multiple factors. First, there are your skills and qualifications. Then there are certain industry earnings in industry like production, academic institutions, as well as trade fairs. The pay per hour is typically higher than the minimum wage. And the German city you're working in will also influence your salary. Now, there are many different student jobs out there. Some are bad and some have really good benefits and fantastic hourly wages. Finding an extremely high-paying student job, so anything above 20 euros per hour, is quite difficult. I've made a video about student jobs with very high hourly wages, but keep in mind that these are not common and hard to get, since you have to be really skilled or very lucky. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what the best and most realistic jobs for students are. Jobs that are quite convenient and not difficult to find. And for most people, these kinds of jobs will be the best option. One of the most popular jobs among students is that of a student assistant. And the reasons are obvious. You work at the university, often in a field related to your studies, and you can easily combine your working hours with your studies. Jobs as a student assistant usually offer the opportunity to work regular hours during the semester and reduce your working hours during the exam period. I myself also worked for my university, and it's really convenient because they know that exam periods are stressful and students also have other things to do outside of work and study. They have been very understanding and offered me a flexible schedule. I'm very satisfied with the job and I can recommend it to anybody to actually go and work for the university. The salary range in this job is from about 13 euros to 18 euros per hour. Now the next job is quite similar to the one of a student assistant. If you are particularly passionate about the content of a class in your degree program and enjoy sharing your knowledge with others, being a tutor at a university can be especially rewarding for you. A tutor organizes courses that reinforce the study content as an exercise, for example. You should have a talent for teaching and speaking freely and be very interested in the subject. Your salary will be similar to that of a student assistant. Another option is to do private tutoring. This is where you can earn a huge amount of money. This is where you get into the leagues of 20 euros or more per hour. Another popular student job is waiting tables. And this can be a job that works as a balance to studying at a desk all day. You will often work afternoons, evenings, and weekends in bars or restaurants, so the job doesn't clash with your studies. Of course, on Sundays the job can be pretty stressful, but lots of guests also mean lots of tips. And this is actually the biggest plus of the job because there's hardly any other job where tipping is so important. It's not uncommon that you earn more in tips than the best paid student jobs. So one thing I can tell you is being able to speak German will boost your job opportunities. It's just the truth. You will automatically have access to more opportunities. Nevertheless, you can also find part-time jobs on the job market that are well suited for English speakers with little or no knowledge of German. All the jobs I've mentioned in the video can be done even if you speak only English. You know, it can be difficult to wait tables in English in the countryside, but this shouldn't be a problem in big cities like Berlin. It's easier to find jobs in big cities on an English-speaking basis. Here is a selection of other jobs that you can try out. Finding a part-time job in Germany is not difficult at all, and it will give your resume some extra sauce. Don't forget to download the free Studying in Germany Guidebook in the video description and join our huge Discord community. Love you and stay focused.